Hello, my crafty friends. It's Michelle, the Southern Shell, and I am going to show you how I made these beautiful embellishments for the first of the month collaboration. This collaboration occurs the first of every month, and our hosts are Brenda with Rustic and Lace DIY and Gigi with At Home with Gigi. Links to their channels will be in my description box below, as well as the playlist to all the other creators that are participating in this collaboration. Now, let's jump right on into the beautiful scrap busting embellishments that I created for you today.
Okay, let's dive in. So I am going to be making some embellishments for some different items. And I have some garment pins. I have got lace. I did get a new blade. I have some small E6000s. I have some tassels. I've had these for some time. I'm just digging out stuff out of my stash so that I can use what I have. So I'm going to drag out some charms and some beads, and we'll be back. So I'm going to start with some of the necessities that I'm going to need, and these are jump rings. So if you've ever done any type of jewelry things, you will know, well, even wire works. These are jump rings in different sizes and different colors. So, and they're just rings out of wire, heavy-duty wire that are split. That makes it easier for you to open. We also have some lobster clasps in there. So, I mean, this I know I'm going to need some jump rings. Another thing is ribbon clamps. Now this has many different sizes of ribbon clamps, so that if I want to use a ribbon, I can use one of these. There's several colors, several sizes. So if you have a large ribbon, you can do that. These are great if you want to use ribbon and you don't want that frayed edge showing. These are wonderful. So I'm going to need some of those. And of course, some basics. And this is where I have my eye pins. Okay, I took all of the wires out of those charms. These are the ones that I had separately. These were the ones with the card and the little leather straps. And so I'm just going to go ahead and grab my jump rings and add jump rings to these instead. So I'm just going to take a jump ring. This is it's just to help you do your jump rings. You're going to take your charm, just loop that through there. And then I'm just going to grab a pair of my small pliers here at the edge, just like that. And I'm going to come in, stick it in that ring, and that's going to hold it in place while you just twist it right into place and then give it a squeeze, and that's done. And I'm going to do that with all of these charms so they are ready to go. Okay, so I've got my jump rings on all of my charms here and here. These are a little different, so I didn't put any jump rings on those. And because these have areas you can hang charms off of, I'm leaving that for right now. I just did the charms. So now I want to get some ribbon clasps out. And I wanted the smallest ones for these little leather cords. And so these will work great to clip on to the end of that leather cord to create a hanging piece. So I'm going to leave the little ones out here for the leather. I think that's perfect. So it looks like that size would be just fine for this ribbon, but I think I like the textured ones better. So I am going to get the textured silver out. Also on my desk I have a little baggie of some little leftover pieces of scraps from when I was doing some tags not long ago. So I'm going to take the little embellished paper pieces out and pull in just the lace pieces that I've had. Let's build a couple embellishments here. So for these, because of the bronze colors, I will go ahead and use some bronze pins, garment pins. Get a few of those out there so they're there. So, I mean, like I have this really pretty burgundy mauve, this little mauve color here. So that's the tiny one. If you make stuff like this little kit was not very much. If I can find it, I will link it in my description box below. A link to my Amazon storefront so that you can find all this stuff at a quick little click. Okay, all right, let's do something easy. Leather. Since it's got that fold on there, it's going to be fighting me all the time. So I'm just going to use that to my advantage. So I'm just snipping it off right at those creases. How about a rotary cutter and our metal ruler? Ta-da! All right. Easy breezy, lemon squeezy. I have one here. I'll put that on a red one, or even like this one here. And then let's just cut a few here, here. 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 I think it might be too much with the red on red, so I might come back in with some more. Oh, let's trim off the edge of the, here we go, we'll just do this. This will give us that other material for this one. Scraps, baby, scraps. This one. Look at that. Perfect. Okay. And now it's just build. Build, build, build. Okay, so when I was editing, I realized that I was off screen showing you how to do these ribbon clips. So let me show you here. I know I'm on screen. I have my pliers. I have the ribbon clasp, little alligator teeth. I have my garment pin, and I have some ribbon and lace. And I'm just going to layer that just like that. Now you can add whatever to this you want. I can lay it next to each other like that, do a stagger. You can do whatever you like. So I'm just going to show you. Put it on there. You're going to take your ribbon clasp there, set it over your ribbon edges, your ends, and I just take my fingers and I give it a squeeze, and that hopefully will get it set a little bit. Now my hands are not what they used to be, so I do need to come in with my pliers, just like this, and squeeze. 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 And that is on there. It is clean. It is nice and tight. You can come in now with your jump ring, or I'm just going to add a garment pin to this, just like that. And you can add whatever you like to these. Simple, done. Okay, so this is what these are turning out like. Just simple, well, a little bling up there, some gems. I think they're beautiful. And I'm going to show you how quickly these come together. Since these tassels are all pre-made, all I'm going to need to do is have the beads that I've picked out. I'm going to need an eye pen, and the eye pen I'm going to stick in this little bead, this little glass bead that matches the color scheme here. I'm going to trim this off and create a loop at the other end. Now I could have easily just used plain wire and created the loop at both ends, but this works. So I'm just going to take that and I'm going to bend it around so it's almost closed. You can see that. And now I'm going to hook my jump ring on there and continue to close that eye pen. I really should have my needle nose pliers out to do this. Just want to make sure that that is totally closed. Otherwise, you're going to lose your stones. I need to hang on to it by the hoop because it keeps rotating on me. There we go. There. Took me a minute. It's because the camera's on. All right. And now I'm going to take another jump ring. And this is actually going to go in the top of that eye hook we put in there. So now we have this little charm, simple, easy charm. And all we're doing to the tassel is taking the wide bead here, squeeze that tassel tip, stick it through, and then we're going to pull it down, and we're going to wiggle it in to the tip of that bead, right like that. Now you can come in here and glue it and then slide it down so you know it's not going to go anywhere, but that's on there pretty tight. And now I'm just going to come in and hook this on that tassel hanger. And close my jump ring. And there you have that one. So I'm going to finish these up. I have 3 more left here to go, and then I'll be back. Let's create a little place to store these. So I have this card, and I am just going to lay it on the edge of my paper here. Just line it up. It doesn't need to be fancy. I'm just going to cut it the length of or the width of the ruler. So we are going to open our maybe and just slice it right on down. I'm going to do one for the first set we did and one for the second set we did. Now I have my art glitter glue and I have this lace that we used, and I'm just going to add, I'm going to cut this longer than the paper. I'm going to cut that longer than the paper. Now this is going to go in a book like this. Now I'm going to take the lace, I'm going to wrap it around the back side of our paper. Set that down and let it dry. I'm going to do the same to the other piece of cardstock. When this gets glued down onto the insert, it will be flat just like that. And you can come in with your pieces. Now these are the ones with the garment pins, so I can just open the garment pin and slide it right on around that lace or in through that lace, and then that will be sitting in our book ready until I want to use it. So we'll add these. And there you have it, my crafty friends. I hope you enjoyed this quick tutorial on how to create these lovely little dangles for your bags, your purse, your pick bags, your totes, your journals. These can be used in any type of craft, mixed media, regular. You can have them hanging off of bouquets, but I think they turned out adorable. Now I've shown where you can actually hook them on paper clips as well, so you don't have to use necessarily the garment pins. You can use paper clips, you can use lobster clasps, you can add them onto keychains. Just so many ideas and fun things you can do with these little tassels and hanging embellishments. Guys, if you like this, please give me a thumbs up. Thank you to our hosts for hosting the first of the month challenge. We have Gigi with At Home with Gigi, and we have Brenda with Rustic and Lace DIY. So if you've not subscribed, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit that bell notification if you want to be notified when my next video has gone live. And give me a comment below on which was your favorite. Now I should have another video coming out today as well. That is a Stencil Sunday, which I'm going to get the book ready for these to go in. but I can't put it on the same video. So check it out. Make sure you visit all the ladies on the playlist, which is in my description box below. Show them some love. Say that I sent you. As always, stay safe, God bless, and bye for now.